Hi everyone, I am Ketra. Welcome to a collective reading. So what we're going to do today is we are going to put the intention of messages that you need to hear right now. I've done some automatic writing with different thoughts, ideas that came through to me. I'm not sure exactly which one that we're going to go with, but the intention is to help. The intention is to guide on the spiritual path to recovery. That is exactly what we're going to be talking about, is the spiritual path to recovery, which is apparently going to start with the death card, which is transformation. It is the transformation that you realize that you need to go through, or the transformation that you're currently going through. So what we're going to do is, let's see. So what's sticking out to me from the notes that I wrote is when nothing else has worked. So we're going to start with transformation, as my ears are getting really loud. So what we're going to do is, as bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. So 5 of Cups for me, as I'm on my spiritual path to recover, my spiritual path to healing while in sobriety, has been a huge transformation. And the 5 of Cups and the Death card to start off the reading just really shows that this is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So when I literally just got off the phone with somebody about my spiritual path to recovery and all of the things that happened or didn't happen, because they call them the yets, right? And the bottom line was I had a God-sized hole in my heart and I didn't know how to feel it. I didn't know how to feel it and feel it. That those words kind of came out together. I don't usually just jump right into a reading. I usually do some oracle cards, but this is the direction that we're going to go to. So again, collective reading means these messages may not resonate with you. And if they don't, that's totally okay. If they resonate, you think for somebody you may know, please share my video. Please subscribe to my videos also so that I could reach as many souls as possible. With that said, with my own spiritual path to recovery and realizing that I had a God-sized hole in my heart. And again, I'm not religious. I don't follow any one religion. I am spiritually guided by God, the divine. That is what resonates with me. And if you are religious, that's totally okay. Good for you. That just doesn't work for me on my path. But it literally took a transformation. It took me realizing what it was. And then it's like, how do I get there? And the 5 of Cups is the perfect card to go along with the Death card, because it is realizing not what you lost for me, and maybe for you. And it's realizing what you still have. Those 2 of Cups back there is what you have to pick yourself up and move forward with. So what does that look like moving forward? And I love that tarot is not just like black and white. It is, I can use it in so many different ways. I love that I can use it for general readings. I love that I can use it when I want to talk about spirituality and spiritual path to recovery and sobriety. So let's take a look at what's next. So we've had, let's say we are going through a transformation, or we've had a transformation. You've got that 5 of Cups moment. And then you start your journey towards this. So this is the 10 of Cups, and that is what we are gifted when we're on that spiritual path of recovery, when we lean into the divine, when we lean into God, when we have the ability to make those prayers of not, okay, God, if you get me out of this, I just won't do X, Y, and Z anymore, or just anything of that nature. When we take that time and we transform and we can focus on what it is that we want moving forward, this is it. We want that 10 of Cups moment. And then here we have another 10 right here, which is the 10 of Wands, which is completion. It's a completion of a cycle, possibly. But what it is for me with this reading is the 10 of Wands with the 10 of Cups. We have to put a lot of work into ourselves to be able to stay on that spiritual path to recovery, right? We have to lean on others. And then what we get is to be able to take everything that we've learned and go home. And for me, when I heard that once about this card, that 10 of Wands, is you could be carrying too many burdens and you may need to kind of address that. But for me, for this means we're doing all this work and we're gathering all this information and we're kind of like picking ourselves up and we're going home. To me, that's going home to that connection to God. That's going home to the connection of spirit and of what we're actually here to do, our soul's path. So we have the King of Wands, and our King of Wands is asking us to just be strong and ambitious on this journey. We need to kind of come from a place of I can do this. This is what I want, and this is how we're going to do it. And then we have wish fulfillment. I love these cards today. Thank you for speaking so loudly. We have our wish fulfillment. So we do get to a place of being able to realize, okay, what is it that we want to do next? So if we ask Spirit, what is it that we want to do next while we're on our spiritual path to recovery, while we are literally going through that transformation? What other guidance can you give us as we're going through this transformation? And as always, before I forget, if you need to talk or if you need any extra help, any extra guidance, I love to share my story. I love to talk. Obviously, I'm on YouTube. I love to talk and I love the tarot and I love how I can show you how it can relate to you and your story. And so if you just need to talk, leave a comment and I can reach back out to you. If you would like a one-on-one session, we can do that too. Just send me an email of what your availability is and we go from there. So we are just going to take a look at a few of these cards here. So you have the Page of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Cups. So as you move forward on your spiritual path to recovery, on your journey through sobriety, you'll be going through with more clarity as you gather more information. So when we're on this path, there is so much information that literally starts flooding to you because you become so attractive. Your light lights up, you become brighter, and more information comes to you. So just use your discernment as the new information comes in on this journey. Remember to come from a place of love. You have to love yourself on this journey. Sometimes we come from not loving ourselves, not being emotionally connected to spirit, not being emotionally connected to ourselves. And that's when we're coming from a place of lack. That's where you know you're not connected. So to make sure that you always stay connected to the divine, connected to God, take those times to meditate, take those times to connect, take those times to get quiet so that you can hear, because God's not going to yell at you. He's not like a father figure or a mother figure that's literally going to yell at you when you're doing something wrong. There's going to be little subtle nudges, little like feelings, that intuition that you have inside of you. And then always be kind and loving and nurturing to yourself. So the Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia, right? Typically with tarot. But all I see in this card, to me today, this card seems like the person with the red hooded little scarf on their head is gifting something to the smaller child, right? And so I really feel like that is the divine offering you a gift right now. They're offering you a gift of spirituality and sobriety and healing. That's literally what I feel like is in that Six of Cups. And so we're just going to take a quick look here. You have only one sword asking you to gather more information for clarity. So I think it's really kind of like a nod of being, it's a nod of being quiet. Be quiet and listen to those subtle little nuances, those spirit, I call them like spiritual connect the dots. Like this thing happens and that thing happens and that thing happens while we're on the path to sobriety. What else can we tell them to help them on this journey? Because it feels like it's a very new journey that you're just gathering the information on how you can transform your life, what you have to do to move forward, what it is that you're really seeking, the work that you're putting in, the ambition and the drive that you're using to get yourself forward. That Nine of Cups, when you have that moment of wish fulfillment. What else can we tell them while they're on their spiritual path to recovery? How else can we guide them? The Hermit. So definitely I think a lot of this is all about being quiet. It's about the quiet. It's about the meditation. Yeah, absolutely. Here's the Four of Swords. It is about rest and recovery. This literally what this whole message is about, rest and recovery. And we have the Five of Wands here. And the Five of Wands for me on this one is that internal conflict that we go through when we're on that spiritual path of recovery. It's that internal conflict of I don't know how to do what I need to do. And so I'm honestly surprised that, like, the Three of Pentacles hasn't come out. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Eight of Pentacles also. And so that's really, you got to put in the work. You're getting the gift of clarity on the spiritual path to sobriety, but you have to put in the work. You have to be willing to put in the work. But it's great work. I'm telling you, it is so fantastic. The things that we get on this journey, the time that it's almost like the time that we get back, the time that we're no longer wasting being lost and being confused. We get so much back when we think about the time we spent doing A, B, and C versus what and how we're spending our time now. And again, that's those moments of just thanking God. Like, thank God I'm on this path. Thank God there is a YouTube and I get to, like, share my message, share my story, share my sobriety, share what it looks like for me and how I got there. Because that's really what I want to do. That's why I do this channel. So our message from our angels is welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. Absolutely. That does, depending on where you're at with your path, sometimes when we're on the other side of our path, when we're in our shadows, sometimes we lose our jobs. Sometimes we lose our way. And then when we get on this path, we have that transformation. That's when we shift and prosperity comes our way. And it's not just, I know it says Source will heal your financial challenges, but I definitely feel like Source heals everything. When we connect into the divine, when we connect into Source, it heals everything. And this, I think, is how we're going to end our reading together today. Stay the course. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. So that is absolutely how we're going to end this reading. Stay on your path, learn from your experiences, and keep going. So as always, I do thank every single one of you for watching my videos. Thank you for taking a moment to subscribe because it does help me reach as many souls as possible. And until the next video, take care and have a great rest of your day.